In the headlines, Ministry of Agriculture looking to expand the production of white potatoes, and 4 medical students receive financial assistance from the Embassy of the Republic of China. Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani. Details of the headline stories and others coming up.
I believe in the natural order of things. I believe in the harmony of things. In everything we do, we have to keep it natural. I've been doing farming for now over a decade. My day is very hectic, but I make it light, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy producing the best quality goods and to make sure that the people that receive it, they receive the best that they can ever get. Right from the farm, everything that I grow, I process them back into the farm so that these same things that grow in the farm is what protects the farm. Tourism is my business. It's not just dealing with the foreigners that come in, but it's preparing those things that when they come, they can feel and taste the difference in coming to this exotic island. And it starts with the farmer, because we provide the things that they eat, that they taste, that they drink. I believe in my heart that it's my responsibility to provide quality. My name is Tony Alves, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back, and now for the details. 4 students pursuing medicine in the People's Republic of China have benefited from cash donations from the Embassy of the Republic of China in Dominica. A small ceremony was held last Thursday to hand over the checks to the parents of the 4 students who are private. The financial contribution comes as part of the Embassy's financial assistance to the parents of these students who have experienced difficulty as a result of the hardship brought on by Hurricane Maria.
This money is from the budget of our embassy, and I hope this financial support is really important to use for students continue to study in China. And each student will get the 10,000 US dollars, the check, give you the check. So I hope, because for you it's not easy, for really after the Hurricane Maria, your homes also destroyed. And to study, your children studying in China also need a lot of money.
Each student will receive an amount of 10,000 US dollars. The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs and CARICOM Affairs, Francine Baron, expressed gratitude to the embassy on behalf of government.
Today is a culmination of the effort that Ambassador Kuhn has been involved in seeking to bring some relief. And today he will make a presentation to you of funds to assist with the education of your students in China. And we are deeply grateful. It's coming from funds that the embassy has for their own purposes. And so we're thankful to the ambassador for making the sacrifice to make those funds available to your students so that they can be comfortable in China. We hope that they will appreciate the kind gesture that has been and the kind hand that has been extended by the People's Republic of China.
A parent of one of the students also expressed her appreciation.
I recently spoke to my daughter, and she told me how much she really enjoys being in China, how she loves China, and she really enjoys her classes. So I'm really happy that the Honorable Francine Baron was able to speak with you, and through your hard work and just trying to help our students, we are able to, our children are able to go through with their year at the Wenzhou Medical University. So once again, thank you so much. We really very, very deeply appreciate all the assistance that you have given us.
In more news, farmers are receiving great yields from white potatoes this season, and they are grateful. Shortly after the passage of Hurricane Maria, government, in an effort to ensure food security and to quickly revive the agriculture sector, provided a number of farmers with free seeds and fertilizers for short-term crops such as white potatoes. This was done in collaboration with the Government of Canada. The Honourable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drygo, and other officials of that ministry visited Calabishi last week to get a first-hand view of the abundant harvest.
I want really to thank the government and people of Canada through Propel for its assistance in supplying to the ministry the double the amount of seeds we received for last year's season. And I want to also thank the farmers for their hard work. We are seeing a very, very, very bumper crop of white potato this year. We're looking forward to next year when we will double the number of acres. This year, I think we established over 70 acres. Our hope is to do over 100 acres next year in white potatoes. It looks like a new crop that we will be producing not only for food security, but also for part of the export strategy of this country.
He applauded particularly the women farmers who are very committed to the trade. The Agriculture Minister says several women are now leading a number of farmers groups around the country. One such woman is Octavia Hunter. She has been a farmer for 40 years and is the president of the Northeastern Women Farmers Group. She received 8 bags of free seeds at 100 pounds per bag and fertilizers.
We got the potatoes more or less from the Popel company and they gave it to us. So we planted and we followed up the instructions, we kept our records, we spray on time, we do whatever we had to, and the weather permitted us very well to be successful. So all in all, it was a very good harvest. Last week, Monday, I harvested, I sold 19 bags to Dexia at 52 pounds a bag. And yesterday we harvested 18 trays at about 80 pounds in a tray. And today I have the rest to harvest. Maybe if I don't finish, I'll do the rest tomorrow. I might get another 10 or 12 trays today. So all in all, it was a very good harvest, and we can say thank God too for life.
She is excited about this crop, which she says is relatively easy to grow. The Ministry of Agriculture continues to view white potato as a potential cash crop.
Single women can do it by themselves. I can come and plant my potato, I can get the tiller, do everything, plant my potato, weed my grass, fertilize my potato, and I can move on without having men to come and do work for me. So it's a very easy crop, it's a very good crop, it's coming in fast, and I think it's successful. To me, it's successful.
Honourable Drygo says the aim of his ministry is that in a few years from now, there will no longer be a need to import white potatoes.
We have had the tests done. We have had the selection of the areas where white potato can be grown. We're here today in Calabishi, and we are seeing the quality of fruits that the farmers are harvesting today. And we are seeing that white potato is one of the crops that we will look forward to expanding heavily.
Government has made special arrangements with the Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexia, to purchase all the white potatoes from farmers, and Dexia will in turn sell to local retailers.
The Prime Minister has made it clear to the ministry that we should purchase all of the potatoes from the farmers, and the potatoes will then be sold to the retailers. There are retailers who have been in discussion with the ministry very early on, who are prepared to purchase these potatoes through Dexia. So Dexia is fully responsible for purchasing all of the white potatoes from the farmers, because we do not want the farmers to have the responsibility of looking for sale for these potatoes, especially since we are looking at food security. So Dexia will purchase all of the white potatoes, the farmers will get a good price for the potatoes, and these potatoes will then be retailed through the supermarkets island-wide.
Meantime, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Reginald Thomas, says the Ministry of Agriculture is eyeing the possibility of expanding the production of white potatoes throughout the country. It has already been ascertained that the crop can be successful in Dominica. This is the second year of harvest for farmers in the Northeast, as the crop was just introduced in that region 2 years ago.
White potatoes is imported, large quantities of potatoes are imported annually, and we have the growing conditions. It has been shown that we have the growing conditions for us to be able to produce potatoes. And I think the ministry, the government of Dominica, now looking at diversifying its productive base, would look at expanding the production throughout the island, and as the conditions provide, to grow it year-round if possible, as a means of doing some import substitutions.
He says other areas are being tested out to decide the most suitable locations for planting potatoes on the island. While last year only 1 container of seeds was imported, this year double the amount was given out free to farmers for planting. Dr. Thomas says it is the ideal crop to build into Dominica's resilience strategy in agriculture.
White potatoes is not going to go away. It is a crop that is going to be part of our root crop program. It is also a crop that lends itself to resilience, all the root crops. And this particular crop will try to build it into our resilience strategy as we look to actually have food in the event that there's something, a storm or some other event, that we have food for our population. So these are some of the strategies we would use as it relates to building resilience in agriculture, building resilience in our food system.
About 60 acres of the crop was planted this year. Dr. Thomas says that there are several lessons to be learned as the Ministry of Agriculture seeks to encourage more farmers to plant. He spoke of what success in this expansion would look like.
But importantly, we want to reduce the cost, the sale price per pound of potatoes to ensure that it is competitive. It's competitive with the imported potatoes, and that the farmers, they have no issues once they produce to sell that product. So this is a strategy to build the sector, to build the subsector as related to white potatoes. So yeah, lessons learned, we'll see how we can implement these measures to expand our production.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS on facebook.com/GIS News Dominica and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thank you for watching.